Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Tea with Z. My name is Zamel Solanki, and it's an absolute pleasure to be joining you again on another episode this morning. And if you are watching live or even in a replay, give me some likes, give me some hearts, because that amazing energy is the only way we want to start our mornings on Tea with Z. Is that awesome energy exchange. So some likes, some hearts. But also, if you are watching and you want to drop a comment in the comment section below, let me know that you're watching. Do that as well. Come on down and say hi. And if you haven't gotten your tea, your cuppa, whatever that might look like to you right now, go and grab that as well, because we'll kick into it shortly. But just before we do, a special shout out to those that are joining us from the Limitless Network. The Limitless Network is a group of like-minded people that value health in any way, shape, or form. And that group is, a collective community of people just sharing ideas. But also, we deep dive into an episode exclusively in the Limitless Network on Fridays each and every week. So definitely jump on that. The details are in the description box below. So the start of a new month, 1/11/21. So yeah, we're cruising through the year, and before we know it, the year's going to be ending. Christmas is upon us. I hope you had an amazing weekend celebrating Halloween, if that's what you do. But now, I guess what we're now looking towards, I guess, is really that pointy end in the year for a lot of people, particularly, as health entrepreneurs, as people transition out of, their normal day-to-day work, but then start to engage in activities that is somewhat, maybe not the best for our health. And I know, speaking from personal experience, there's been a few Christmas parties and things that I've been to that definitely seemed like a great idea at the time. And then, on reflection, probably, wrote off a few days for me. So, but what I really wanted to chat to you about today is, what we're doing to plan for that. Last week was a lot about talking about the psychology around panic buying, that fear, that anxiety, that nervousness that comes up as pressure mounts, particularly towards, this end of the year, when people are not only feeling obligated to perform their work duties, but now family stuff starts creeping in, obligations around hosting events starts creeping in, the panic and the stress about, allocating funds and resources to gifts, to, items, to food even, within our country as well, becomes, I guess, a very difficult point for some, because of those increased pressures. So, if you haven't checked out those episodes, go and check it out, because at the end of the day, we as health entrepreneurs play a significant role in alleviating these anxieties, those fears, those worries, to help empower others along their own health journey. But today, what I really wanted to talk to you about, well, now that we know what those things are, now that we've recognized that, how are we planning moving forward? What are we planning this month within our businesses, within our health businesses, along our own health entrepreneur journey, even for ourselves, to gear ourselves up to be in the best possible position, health wise, mentally wise, physically wise, relationship wise, whatever that might look like to you, or whatever you want to focus on, to ensure that we can weather whatever might be coming our way, to ensure that if there are dips in activities that we do have, that we don't just write ourselves off, we don't punish ourselves for it, because at the end of the day, we're going to find that there are times over these next couple of months where we're going to be celebrating, we're going to be wanting to partake in activities that, might not be really defined in our plan, I guess, along our own health entrepreneurial journey. But if we can start to plan for allowances, then obviously we're not going to be kicking ourselves and going, oh, damn it, I wish I didn't do that. Oh, I regret it. And essentially then start beating ourselves up for decisions that we make to really just, I guess, celebrate what, this end of year is all about. And for a lot of us, it's been quite challenging. And a lot of people are going to be wanting to celebrate extra hard. We're seeing already the amazing celebrations in the southern states, New South Wales and Victoria. And I can only imagine that, particularly in Victoria, that's only going to grow as we get nearer towards the end of the year and people start taking more and more time off. But I guess what I wanted to chat to you about is, now that we know what our fears and anxieties and things like that might look like, and now we know what is coming up, well, how do we plan for that in between? How do we know where we are right now and where we're wanting to go? Well, the first thing is taking the time to sit down and actually do the work. And as you know, last Friday was a public holiday, and Natasha and I had a great Friday where we sat down and we did some work. We did some work on our plan, but really just reflecting on, our relationship and where we're at right now and where we want to, eventually head as well. And it was really, really powerful. It was really, really motivating, particularly because we were able to exchange ideas and exchange our own thoughts in a really collaborative way. And that, to me, is the essence of planning, is the ability to pull resources together, to pull minds together, and to come up with a way forward, to come up with a plan, I guess. Now, we didn't do the entire, I guess, make an entire plan, but what we did was look at, where we currently are. We looked at, the values that we see in each other and the values that we see in ourselves. And from that, we're going to leverage those and turn those into our plans very, very shortly. And by doing that, we can understand our strengths or our areas of opportunity to grow, to learn, to develop. And that, to me, is what I'm, asking, I guess, for you today, is where do you see now your areas of opportunity and growth? Because you know where your fears, your anxieties, your stresses lie. You know where we're headed. So as a result of that, pulling that together, where do you see your areas of opportunity and growth? So that's my question for you today. And definitely feel free to drop a comment in the comment section below, because at the end of the day, this is the start of the month. But for many of us, and particularly in, the health industry, this is a significant amount of time at the, I guess, for trade. So particularly in, I guess you could say, the pharmacy industry and other health related services as well. But even not even a health business, a lot of people are focusing now on their own health and well-being. And if it's not leading up, mark my word, it's the 1st of January, that's for sure, because at the end of the day, that's what we have called as New Year's resolutions. But my thing to you is, well, why wait for that? Why wait for New Year's to roll around? Why not start taking action today? And as a health entrepreneur, you can encourage those people to do that, because to me, a New Year's resolution comes from a state of, for many, comes from a state of regret. Oh, what do I regret not doing in the year before? What didn't I focus on? What did I let go? Okay, now my resolution is to resolve those, regrets. But my question for you is, well, what if you had no regrets to even start with? So where are the areas of opportunity and growth for you? So that's my question for you today. Definitely drop a comment in the comment section below, because I'm really curious and interested to see what your areas of growth and opportunity are, and how then we can leverage those to really maximize our performance moving forward, to really maximize our relationships, to maximize the health and well-being of our communities. Where do we see that? Or where do you see that? So that's it from me today. I really just wanted to touch on that. Coming out of this long weekend, coming into this fresh new month, we know those fears, those anxieties, those worries. We know what's going to be coming up for us over these next few months. It's not just even these next few months. At the end of the day, when we look at our own health journey, things are always popping up. We always have events. At the end of the day, you look at our calendar now and you look at, all of these, you could say, the hallmark events. The events that, somewhat paired with the greeting card, all the greeting card events. And there's so many. There's, almost one every month, if not every month. And so at the end of the day, getting into this rhythm and getting into this routine, rather than, saying it needs to be for these major, major events. But even then, for us, it's about finding that rhythm continuously and consistently. And so where are the opportunities for growth in your life? I really look forward to reading your comments in the comment section below. And if you haven't done so yet, definitely come on over and check out the Limitless Network. It's it's a group of like-minded people that value health, and that's what it's all about. Because at the end of the day, yeah, it's a community, and that's what we're aiming to build here. So that's it from me today. I really look forward to reading your comments. And yeah, have an amazing day. And yeah, enjoy all the best for the new month, and happy planning. So that's it from me today. Stay well, stay safe, and